Police officers! Police here!
Okay, can you just tell us what we're doing here today?
Yeah, we're executing a number of warrants within our local communities, seeking to recover off-road bikes that have been used recklessly, dangerously, that have been used by criminals across our area in order to make sure our communities are as safe as possible. And we want to reassure the public that we will take action, that the dangerous and criminal use of off-road bikes is unacceptable in Merseyside. We want to work together with our neighbourhoods, with communities to make sure Merseyside is as safe a place as possible.
Jenny Sim, Superintendent.
And can you tell us what we're doing today and what's the launch?
Today is the launch of Operation Brookdale, which is a force-wide operation targeting the illegal use of scrambler bikes across Merseyside. It's a multi-agency operation, and this morning we have done 15 warrants across Merseyside, sending a message to criminals and their associates that we will not tolerate the illegal use of scrambler bikes across Merseyside.
And what is the problem we have on Merseyside with these scrambler bikes?
Well, clearly, at its best, we've got the nuisance element, but at its worst, these criminals are using these bikes for serious and organised crime. So today is about making sure that we send the message to those criminals that we know that these bikes are being used in serious and organised crime, and we will not tolerate it. So we've gone through people's doors, and wherever possible we will bring these offenders to justice. But it's also about working with partner agencies to make sure that where these bikes are being stored on properties, residential social landlords are revoking tenancy agreements because these bikes contain petrol. It's about working with the schools to prevent these bikes being bought by parents and used by children in the first place.
How can the community help us?
The community can help us by giving us that community information that they have done for this morning's operation. Now, I recognise that sometimes people don't want to report stuff direct to the police, and for those individuals what I would say is please do use the Crime Stoppers number. It's an independent charity, nothing to do with the police, but that information will filter through to us. You don't have to give your name and address, and I promise you that if you give us that information about where the bikes are being stored and who are using them, we will do something with that.
And what type of activity will the community see over the summer months, and what's the scale of today's operation?
So obviously we've hit 15 addresses across Merseyside, which is huge. This afternoon we've got fire service who are going out to do checks. We've got the RSLs, as I've said, doing those checks and the work with the schools. But this is an operation that runs every year. This year is bigger because we've got more resources attached to it. 100 officers we used this morning, and right through the summer months we will have a roads policing bike team on duty so that they can access these scrambler bikes who are being used illegally in parks and gardens across Merseyside. We've also got the helicopter deployed to incidents so that we can monitor these scrambler bikes from the air and make sure that they're followed safely back to premises where they're being stored, and then we can recover the scrambler bikes. Also, we've got a selected DNA dog out with us today who will be looking at stolen property and seeing if it's got any forensic marks on there. We are looking at forensic sprays on Merseyside to be used by mounted officers so that if scrambler bikes are seen by the officers, both the rider and the bike can be sprayed, and forensically we can then link the rider back to the bike.
It's Councillor Sue Murphy and Deputy Police and Crime Commissioner for Merseyside.
Now, obviously, we've just seen the launch of Brookdale today. Obviously, this is a priority for the Office of the Police.
It's a major priority for the Commissioner, as the people of Merseyside are highlighting numerous occasions the problems that these off-road bikes are causing, the nuisance they're causing in the areas, and the worry people have about the crime that their people are now involved in who use these bikes.
What do you think the community will be reassured by the type of activity we've taken this morning?
I think one thing that comes out of the activity that's been taking place this morning is the fact that it proves that people are listened to. People always say they give intelligence to the police and nothing's done about it. Well, today proves that the police do listen to that intelligence, they make note of it and they act upon it, and that is correct and